Finally, it's just a few hours to the much awaited and anticipated December 7 polls. And as always, this is your election headquarters, and from now till when Madam Charlotte Osei declares the results, be it one-time victory or after a runoff, we have got you covered in all areas. Stay with and get your comments piped through on the most interactive show on TV. This is Joy News Interactive, live on Joy News on Multi TV, Go TV channel 144 and DSTV channel 421. My name is Victor Brache. Not the usual phase you are used to at a time like this, but I am here to read your comments on the most. Get your tabs and phones ready and change and get interactive on Facebook. Join News on TV, same name, will find us on Twitter, and on WhatsApp number is 0560-800-000. Lots of things to discuss today as we get ready for the polls in less than 24 hours. Our checks reveal a lot of people are traveling out of town to guess what? Vote. And the political parties are cashing in on that as well. Joy News Beatrice Edu has been touring the city's bus stations, and she reports passengers are stranded and have had to wait for a long time. She is also reporting that the political parties have also come into the fray and are busing people to various constituencies to vote for them. Obviously, but our question this morning is, who would you vote for? Or will you travel to vote? Here's what's on social media or on Facebook. But first, let's go to Beatrice Edu, who is on the ground, to give us an up-to-date on what is happening.
And that sacre Jubilee House cannot give my son a food to eat. It's baseless. If you are looking, can you look this car without money? We need a job. Everybody, a jumbo did infrastructure, road did infrastructure, Uber did infrastructure, what we call Busia did infrastructure. And what did you expect this to do?
And you think that the current government has not done anything?
Listen,
even with the circle interface?
It's nothing. It's nothing to me. There's no money in my pocket. And you say infrastructure. To go and see the bridge, and then I had the money in my pocket. No, it is impossible.
And forgive me, your name again?
I have mentioned it. Obriyabua Odi Ahinkan.
So that's Mr. Obriyabua Odi Ahinkan. He thinks that he needs to vote out the current government, and he's outlined a number of reasons why he thinks the current government must be voted out. I want to find out from other people in this place. Hello, good morning, sir. You're not talking. Okay, all right. So let's speak to this one. Hello, sir. Good morning.
Morning.
Welcome to Joy News.
Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Mr. Ofori.
Are you voting?
Yeah.
Are you also one of those traveling, or you are voting in Accra?
Accra.
You are voting in Accra?
Yeah. Odoko Gloland Hotel.
For you, what issues are going to inform your choice of a candidate? What issues will inform who to vote for? What issues are you looking at? Are you looking at health? Are you looking at job?
Can you
Okay. And since some band no honoma wo share and san what aba adwuma mu ana say apomudin ana say den
apomudin ye yare.
No, but why? There's health insurance. There's health insurance. That's health insurance. So you're saying that your health insurance doesn't work? So he's saying that even though he has the health insurance, when he goes to the hospital, it is still cash and carry, as people term it. He has to pay before he's given the health care that he needs.
Anything destroyed. The institutions are breaking. Every institution in Ghana here are breaking.
How?
Why am I saying so?
Yes.
You see, when you go to Harbour now, there's a problem there.
Have you been to Harbour? Do you transact business using the Harbour?
Yes, I want there to
What
check
is-
my duty of my car from the Canada. And when I saw the duty is too much. Everything. You see? Anything, the whole institution in Ghana here collapsed.
Is it not exaggeration?
Poor governments they are facing. Poor management, mismanagement, misunderstanding, misuse, everything.
And so for you, you are changing the government.
I want to change the government.
All right, so that's his opinion there, and he wants to. There's another person here who wants to talk about why he thinks he needs to vote in. He needs to retain the current government, or he needs to vote in another party to come in to govern the country. Hello, sir. Good morning. Welcome to Joy News.
Yeah, I'm fine, all right.
What's your name?
My name is Kwamina.
You really want to tell us why you've decided to vote?
Yeah, I want to vote for the new government coming, which is Kufuor.
Why?
Yeah, because you are suffering, even our lances. When you go in for a lances, unless you pay about 20 million before you get lances, the old currency, before you get a lances. And we, the drivers, they used to call us as common drivers. And as a common driver, how can you get a 20 million to go and take his license to work and get money for his pocket?
What makes you think that an NPP government will make things better for you?
He has promised us, so we want to see if he comes. It's 4 years. When he comes, it doesn't help us. We vote him out again. We just want to try him and see.
All right, that's another driver there. So it seems that a number of people here kind of want to vote out the current government. But of course, that is not the conclusion of everybody here. Some people don't want to talk. They still want to keep who they are voting for secretly. They'll go to their various constituencies and cast their ballots. And they think that it's secret, and they are voting on who they think is the best candidate to run this country moving from January 2017. But like I said, there are still a number of people here traveling to their various constituencies. Precisely, this is the Takoradi station here at Kaneshi. And so a number of people you see in the various queues in this station are traveling to Takoradi, the oil city, the western part of the country, where they would be casting their ballots. Reporting for Joy News, my name is Beatrice Edu. Thank you for staying with us on Joy News, your election headquarters.
Beatrice for bringing us an update. A lot of people are traveling out of Accra, some from Kumasi, some from Tamale, to wherever they are supposed to cast their respective votes. But not only that, we asked on Facebook, on the Joy FM Facebook page, we asked, what are you voting for? And there are a few comments here. Citizen Dennis says, I'm voting for continuity, peace and development. The Nkrofo Junction, Apollo bypass needs completion, and I trust only one man to do that job. Bearing in mind how governments leave projects uncompleted because their government did not start such projects. We go to Michael Daye, who says, since I live in the port cities of Sekondi Takoradi, I will vote for the continuous port expansion and the rehabilitation of the railway system. These two improve the local economy and thereby putting money into the pockets of indigents. So these are some of the comments on the Joy Facebook page when we asked, what are you voting for? When we move to Twitter, we are following the trends in Kumasi, in Accra, and in Ghana as a whole. And when you go on Twitter, when you look at the Kumasi trends, what is leading with the hashtag VoteJM2016. And then next is Pose for Peace. On the hashtag Pose for Peace, you realize that people are taking selfies with their friends and putting on social media to exhibit their peace information, or to put out their peace information to the public. I would want to open a post on Twitter. Let's take a look at what people are doing. Ruby Success, if we are consumer Ruby Success, Ghana is our country. We need just peace and justice in tomorrow's election. There are a couple of pictures going on social media. We have Vivo, who says, I'm for peace. We have Info Eden, who says, this is all I have. No passport, nowhere to run. I can't even run to Togo. So there are a couple of messages on Twitter and on Facebook, and as well as when you go to the Joy News page, there are a couple of messages that we'll be reading when we come to you. But now let's get onto Skype and speak to Albert. Albert Ntubosiakon is with the E-Crime Bureau, and he joins us on Skype. Hello, Albert.
Hi, good morning.
How are you? How are you? Oh, okay. Albert, there's a lot of issues about... Albert, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Albert. Okay, we will come back to Albert to get his views on how social media is going to play out these elections. But let's just go back to some African countries that have blocked or banned social media for some other reasons apart from elections. We have countries like Uganda, we have countries like Burundi, we have countries like Mali, we have countries like Gabon, Congo, and Ethiopia. Latest is Gambia, where they had to block social media and even ban international calls to help their elections go on. We can go back to a couple of messages on the Joy Facebook page. Rita Chum Sapon on what are you voting for says, I'm voting for a man who says he is not corrupt and will never be. I'm voting for the team who will bring stability in our economy and who can make policies for my living in Ghana heaven. I'm voting for positive change. Let's go back to Twitter. As we reviewed the Kumasi trends, we can equally do the same for Accra trends. Okay, so this is what is trending in Accra. This is what we are. This is what is happening in Accra. It says hashtag Pose for Peace, which was second up in the Kumasi trends. Okay, let's go back to Albert. Albert, how are you? Albert. Okay, we will go back to Albert since we can't hear him on air. Albert. Albert, can you hear me? Okay, we'll move on. On the Joy News Facebook page, we asked, in the event that social media is blocked on election day, what will be your next course of action? A couple of comments under it. David Ajaho says, you think you are smart too, so you are thinking of using VPN? Well, here is the bad news. It won't work. The NCA will be blocking those protocols as well. If they don't, then it's yours. But I'm sure they will be blocking the internet, not just social media. Mashoud Abiola says, do I have to? For the sake of the civilized society, security and the interest of the masses, and the peace we enjoy, currently one does not need to take an action against social media being blocked. It's not it's not all folks that use social media for good. Now let's get to Albert on the phone lines. Albert, good morning.
To you again.
Albert, good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? Okay, Albert, let's go straight to the point. How is social media playing up hours to the elections?
Well, I think it's been quite a significant component of our this year. Politicians have been engaging with the citizens. The EC has also been using social media. Journalists from social media sees information. It's more interest in watching you also, building your information and everything, building the election narrative around the social media information which citizens have is quite important. This causes that I think it has enhanced applications with the election. On the other hand, from this,
Albert, we are not having a good reception of your comments. We will call you back and get a better reception of you. So as I was reading, let's go back to some of the comments on our Facebook page on this question. In the event that social media is blocked on election day, what will be your next course of action? I have reliable information that social media is not going to be blocked as perceived by people or as being put out on social media. We'll go for a quick break. When we come back, we go more for your social comments.